So we are going to talk about the various options that are on the dashboard. So as you look at the dashboard screen, the first one is hours of service, which we have already gone through and talked about. The loads option, we will go in after this episode and show you how to do your loaded, arrival, and empty calls. Copilot, we'll go into Copilot and show you that on another section also. Now the scan documents in the middle, there is a different way for you to scan your documents and then it'll show up on the um, option to show that you have already scanned your paperwork with a check mark and then you're able to go back into it. Now the Way My Truck app and the Luma video, these two tabs right here, are for drivers that do not have smartphones where they're able to log in and use the Way My Truck app. Now, if you have Way My Truck on your phone and you want to sign in on the tablet instead, you can do that. You will just need to know your sign in information. Report an accident. We'll go into that screen now. And as we go into report an accident, if you would have an accident, you would fill the first screen out. And once it's all the way filled out, you would hit the next button at the top, and then you're able to take pictures, and this will go into safety. And you can take pictures of the police report. You can take pictures of the other party's license and insurance information. So we're going to hit that back arrow and then hit yes to cancel. So that brings us back to the main screen. Now, if you have an OS&D over shortage or damage product, you will go in to report a claim on this first one on the bottom. This is similar to an accident where you would fill out the full page and then you would hit next and then you would take a picture of all the product. You would take a picture of each different type of product with the SCAT code, so the product number, so the claims agent will be able to process the claim. We'll now hit that back arrow key. Now your DriveWise will be up and running within 24 hours from the time that you sign it up. Right now, we are. It takes about a day for the information to get to the various states once you are signed up for DriveWise. Now, DriveWise information, you want to go into this sometime in the first week or so. There's some good information in there, and just learn a little bit more about DriveWise. Now, the next one, the 10th Street portal, that is for drivers that do not have smartphones, where HR can send them paperwork and then they are able to sign the paperwork and it goes back to them. The main one we're going to look at on this bottom row here is forms and macros. Now, if your driver manager would have you pick up a load and you're going to drop the load, we would go in to T-call the load. So that's that first tile. You would put the location. You would check that little box on the right here if you picked up a trailer, and then you would write your new trailer number down, and then you would hit send. Then the dispatcher knows that you are at the T-call location and knows to put you on your next load. We'll hit that back arrow key. That'll bring us back to this page here. Now, driver referral. If you find a driver that is interested in learning and coming on board to J&R Schugel, you can hit driver referral and you'll go in there and you'll put your driver code. You'll put his name or her name, and then you'll put the phone number, and then you'll hit next. This will go right to recruiting, and then recruiting will make the call. We'll hit that back arrow to go back out to the screen. Now, the next one is toll transponder. A couple times a year, driver services will ask you to verify your toll transponder. Instead of writing that 15-digit number down, now all you will have to do is tap this button here, and then when you go to the next page, go ahead, we'll hit start, and then we'll take a picture of the toll transponder just so we can read it. As long as we can read it, you don't have to write that number down. So we'll hit that back arrow key at the bottom now. So now vacation request. Once you've been employed with J&R Schugel for a year, you're allowed to take a week's vacation and get paid for it. So when you're ready to take your vacation, you would go into this tab and you would put the date and then the date you're going to come back and then how many weeks of vacation you want to be paid for. Now, when you do this, this will go right to the accounting department and they'll reach back out to you saying they have received your request and it'll be processed for this pay for the pay date that you want it processed for. So we'll hit that back arrow key. Home time request is the next tab that is to the right. When you come out of the house, this is similar to the Macro 63 on the IVGs, where you will put in the next date you want to be home and then when you're going to come out of the house. The nice function on this, if we tap on the date, you're able to actually see a calendar and know if you want to need to be home on a Friday or a Saturday. Once you send this, this will go to your driver manager, and then he is able to set your RDOs, which is what we use to book the freight and to get you the miles that you need. We'll hit that back arrow key. Now, if you're at a receiver and you need a lumper, you're able to go into the lumper request and you can fill the form out. The receiver is stop 90. That is for the consignee. Your pickup is 01. So if you would have a second delivery, the first stop would be 02, and then the final is always 90. You would put the amount in, and as long as it fits the criteria, you'll receive a PO and com check automatically. The last one on the screen is ERS request. That is breakdown. So if we go into there, it's similar to the accident and it is similar to the OS&D. You fill the form out and then you hit send and then you call into the breakdown department and they will reach out to you and help you with your issue. So now we're going to go back to the main dashboard. We're going to hit that back arrow by forms and macros. This brings us back to the dashboard. Now, if you see at the bottom, you see a bell with a red circle with some numbers in it. That is your inbound messages. So if your dispatcher sends you a message, when you get your dispatch, this is where you'll get your fuel solution. And this will be where you get your confirmation number from the Transflo when you scan your documents. Over on the right-hand side is a double bubble. That is like two cartoon characters talking. You go in here. This is where you're going to send your dispatcher or night dispatch a free form message. You would tap on the white box and then you would type your message. Now we'll send the message hi. And then at the end, once you hit send, then we'll go ahead and hit that bottom arrow at the bottom to close that box up. And then you can hit that dashboard on the bottom left, that speedometer. That'll bring us back to the main menu. All right, the next episode that we will show how to do your arrival, your loaded, and your empty calls. Thank you.